Did you know that a prepared and knowledgeable provider can be successful in troubled times? And we're discussing this today. Good morning and welcome to the Shielded Prepper. This channel is focused on information that stimulates and improves and increases a mind that desires preparedness or prudency. I'm sitting here down below me. You can't see it. I have it all spread out because in the month of May, this channel will be walking through slowly, some of us, faster, some of us. And for those that are just starting, an introduction is going to happen in the month of May on how to properly gather supplies. There are 1,000 different ways to gather preparatory supplies. We are going to focus on keeping it simple, setting a clear goal, and hitting it. Something that's achievable for you and your family inside of your situation, financially, space, your level of preparedness. So be encouraged that as we walk this out, this is designed to improve the shielding of your family so that in troubled times we can hide behind that protection and rely on the work and effort that we've done. The quote that we started this video with, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and give it a like. This is a really important, today's important information, yet in general, preparedness is an important topic, and for many people that have no idea what it is, this is an eye-opener, and it's going to put them on their heels, and we've got to get it in front of them sooner than later. So when we opened up the video, I read a quote: a prepared and knowledgeable provider can be successful in troubled times. This statement sums up this book. Can you see it? There it is. If you don't own a copy of the Survival Medicine Handbook, I'm going to include an Amazon link for it. I don't know what their inventory levels look like. Our family, we purchased 2. Why would we do that? There's a great prepper quote that says 2 is 1 and 1 is none. This was a redundancy purchase because it is absolutely powerful. And modern medicine allows us the luxury of getting in our car and going to the hospital if we have a tummy ache. Or if it's a serious thing, like happened to me 3 days ago with my next door neighbor who's 96 years old, was suffering a stroke. Something was happening and he was glued to the toilet. And who had to go over there? Big Jesse. And it was a privilege and honor to be able to help him. And we picked up the phone and we called the medics. They show up, guns ablazing, lights on, everything's here. And there was like 8 of them. And how wonderful it is to have a well-trained, knowledgeable, and prepared group of individuals that came in and understand medical support because they knew what to do right away. This is what they do day in and day out. And the most frightening experience, even though it wasn't to me or my immediate children or family, was I had no idea what to do. I simply walked in, saw him on the toilet, and he was in a complete catatonic state. And he knew who I was, yet he was out there. He thought he was watching Forrest Gump. Like, this is a serious deal. And I pointed right at him and I said, do not get off the toilet in the name of Jesus. And that's what I said. And I went and got him some water. He was thirsty. I had to go meet the paramedics. My wife was there and helped out. Yet I had no idea what to do. This book talks about ways to deal with those type of issues, heart attacks and strokes and seizures. And what do you do? I own 2 of these. You may choose to buy one and choose to own one. This could save your life, potentially. Yet the quote that it starts with and why you should own this handbook is so pure that it connects with Proverbs 23, verse 23 that we read last week. So the quote out of the handbook is, a prepared and knowledgeable provider. Knowledgeable is really the key anchor here, can be successful in troubled times. Proverbs 23, verse 3, I have it here, and it just landed on me the other day when I read this. Buy the truth. Buy the truth. This is truth right here. This is simple. This is non-political. This is male and female only. And I'm not saying that to poke people in the nose, but hello, if you're triaging a situation, you can't walk up to a man that thinks he's not a man and treat him properly, or a woman for that example. So this is buying the truth, people. Buy the truth. And so it starts out, buy the truth and do not sell it. So basically saying, don't lose it. Don't give it away. Don't sell it. Anchor it in your mind. If you've purchased it, hold on to it. And if we choose to do that, we gain wisdom. And through instruction, we gain understanding. How many of you know that when you teach something, you learn it differently? It's almost like it gets committed to memory and never forgotten. That's how important it is to instruct. I'm choosing to do that through this channel and through, I intend on volunteering through our local church. I just got off the phone with our pastor, and the men's group is going to be connecting about this towards the end, middle to end of May. And I'm really looking forward to sharing with them. And for some of them, they're going to know, and some of them they won't, just like us, right? Okay, if you don't have that book, I'm going to include it in the description below. Buy the truth, guys. And sometimes giving the truth away. This is the scarce items list. I'm going to also include a link to this. So these two items are going to go hand in hand. One is about medical. The other one is about our preparations in the month of May. I identify that I am deficient in several areas. I do have a great stock in some, yet I'm deficient in others. So in the month of May, we are going to be going through, there's 4 categories in the scarce items list. Print it off, open it up, waste some digital time and paper if you don't want to print it off or you don't have a printer. There's 4 categories in this: real energy, real food, real money, and real desires, needs, expectations that have to be in your house. And we're going to cover those. Okay, in real energy, this is for you to identify what items you desire to stock more of, depending on how much you intend on putting towards it. Real energy. I've identified 5 things I'm going to add in the month of May from this list to our preps in real energy. So I'm not going to read all of these. Some of you may have been putting off buying a generator, or putting fuel storage away, or having extra batteries, or candles, or matches, or lighters, or those things that will help us if there was a power outage or an emergency of some sort, or we just required these supplies and they're good to own. So 5 out of real energy. Real food, I'm going to add 10 items in real food and 400 pounds. So I'm going to be stocking up on center of the plate items, not necessarily for me and my family, rather for those that I intend on supporting. So I'm going to add 400 pounds of food in the month of May by design for someone else, so that it can be a blessing for them and help support a family that's not prepared, because there is the lion's share are not. Okay, real money. If you don't have some cash in your home that you don't spend, that's, the old term mattress money. If you don't have some, you better get some. You don't have to have a lot. Think about an emergency for 3 or 4 days if power was out or internet was, all of these things, and how valuable cash is going to be. And it's good to have around in an emergency or in a pinch. Let's say someone comes over and needs, you understand, have cash. So I put 1 item on real money. Some of you may desire gold and silver, or Mexican pesos, right? Okay, so we covered real food, real money, real energy. And the last one is, they call it real needs, okay? These are things that are required in our household that if we ran out of and there weren't any around, boy, it's going to make life uncomfortable. For example, socks or underwear, or for women, hygiene products. Having a stock of those things is necessary. Toothpaste, extra toothbrushes, maybe deodorant because you desire to smell good when the whole world comes crashing down, which I don't believe is going to happen. Yet we don't know how severe some of these world issues and what the carryover could be here in the United States. These are the things that we're focusing on in the month of May. So check out the list, get it together. If you are going to join us, put it in the comments. I'd like to know who's going to join us. And if you own this book, put it in the comments. If you don't, put it in the comments. I'd like to know. Give the video a thumbs up, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I intended on sharing this with you. Have a blessed day. And remember, Proverbs 23:23. That'll bless you.